Welcome back. If you're looking to really get to grips with the topic quickly and feel properly informed, you're in the right place.
That's what we aim for.
Today, we are diving deep into the world of watchmaking, specifically looking at the brand new Atowak Manta-X.
And this isn't just your standard timepiece reveal.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
We're talking innovative mechanics, really clever stuff, and a design inspired by, well, the ocean. Manta rays, actually.
Exactly. Our source for this is a detailed description of the watch itself and the mission today.
Simple. Figure out what makes this Manta-X tick, what those key innovations are, and understand the design choices.
Let's get into it. The core idea, that inspiration from manta rays and the deep sea, it's quite evocative.
It really is. You think of that smooth, almost silent movement underwater. Atowak seems to have translated that feeling into something mechanical and very avant-garde.
They've actually called it a theatrical kinetic sculpture for the wrist that also happens to tell you the time.
That's quite a description. It sets high expectations.
It does, and it suggests the mechanics aren't just functional, they're part of the visual performance. Which, leads nicely into these three world-first innovations they're claiming.
Okay, innovation number one, the 180-degree Hexa Prism 3D Wandering Hour system.
Right, a mouthful, but break it down.
So, wandering hours, we've seen those, where the hour number sort of travels across a minute track.
Mm-hmm.
But this uses a six-sided prism, not the usual four. And the really cool part, it pivots 60 degrees every hour.
And it does it fast.
Super fast. 0.3 seconds is what the description says.
Mm-hmm.
Just flips to the new hour.
That speed is interesting. Sometimes wandering hours can feel a bit, well, leisurely in their transition. This sounds very deliberate, very crisp.
Yeah, like a clean snap to the current time. And the six sides must give it a different look as it moves, too.
Definitely offers more facets to display the numeral as it progresses. Okay, second innovation.
The Involute Gear System. Sounds pretty technical.
It does, but it's about how they achieve that quick, precise 60-degree flip of the hour prism.
So they ditched the traditional Maltese cross mechanism.
Seems so. The Maltese cross is common for creating that kind of stop-start motion in watches, but they've opted for something they describe as more advanced.
An involute gear uses a single tooth engagement. Is that right?
That's the idea, a specially shaped single tooth that ensures a really smooth, perfectly calibrated rotation each time. It probably avoids the slight jumpiness you can sometimes get with a Maltese cross.
And they've apparently used ideas from their previous Cobra watch, too. Something about a mortise and tenon setup for the hour wheel?
Yeah, like a minimalist joint, but here it's made from a lightweight composite fiber.
Ah, composite fiber. That sounds important.
Well, the benefits listed are shock absorption, easier assembly, and crucially, long-term stability. Less weight, less stress on the movement.
Makes sense. And it's all held by a single aluminum shaft, the hour wheel, and the swing arm. Sounds quite streamlined.
Very efficient design thinking. It's not just complexity for complexity's sake. There's a functional reason behind these material and structural choices.
Right. Okay, ready for the third one.
Let's hear it.
The Tidal Gravitas Minute Wheel System.
Tidal Gravitas.
Okay, this sounds wild. Picture 13 separate discs.
13.
Yep, 13. And they all flip over, synchronized, every 5 minutes, like dominoes cascading.
Wow, okay. How does that work?
There's a central set of drive pins that triggers all 13 surrounding minute wheels. They have these yin-yang style faces.
Visually striking, I imagine.
Definitely. And to make sure the time reading is precise, two specific discs shift together to indicate the exact minute within that 5-minute block.
That's incredibly intricate. Getting 13 components to move perfectly in sync like that every 5 minutes without fail, that's serious microengineering.
And they mentioned each wheel has its own little bridge holding it.
Yes, which would be crucial for reducing friction and keeping everything perfectly aligned. Any drag in a system like that could throw the timing off.
It really pushes that idea of a kinetic sculpture, doesn't it? It's a performance.
Absolutely. So underneath all this visual complexity, what's actually driving the watch?
Good question. It uses a modified Swiss Solita SW200 base movement.
Okay, a reliable workhorse.
Exactly. But then Atowak adds their own module on top of the AKO7BA, which handles all these unique displays.
So a solid foundation combined with their own innovative engineering. That makes sense. And they mention 26 ruby bearings.
Yep, 26 joules to keep things running smoothly, reducing friction, especially in that complex custom module.
Important for reliability and longevity.
And there's more carbon fiber track system, again, reducing friction, helping maintain accuracy. They even claim it's within COSC tolerances.
That's a high bar for accuracy, especially with such an unconventional display. The carbon fiber theme continues too.
It does, those supporting arms for the mechanics. Also carbon fiber, designed to absorb shocks and look a bit like manta ray wings.
Ah, bringing the design inspiration right back into the functional components. Clever.
And you can see some of it through a sapphire crystal caseback. Not the whole thing, but a partial view.
A little glimpse for the enthusiasts. Nice touch. So let's talk about the case itself. How does it house all this?
It's forged from grade 5 titanium.
Lightweight, but strong. Good choice for potentially larger dimensions.
And the dimensions are 49.5 millimeters across, 42 millimeter top to bottom, 13 millimeter thick. So yeah, substantial, but the titanium should help wearability.
Definitely noticeable on the wrist. And the design language.
Described as sculpting curves meeting sharp angles. That fluid meets industrial vibe again. Trying to capture the manta ray, but also the machine.
That seems to be Atowak's signature style developing. And the crystal.
Double dome sapphire. For a clear view and scratch resistance.
Makes sense.